Human progress is a very curious thing. We take 40 years to put a man on the moon, but we take 170 years to put a woman in the boardroom. Yeah, so that's the entire human race all summed up completely right here. So there's one thing about that 170 years. That is the exact amount of time that the UN have told that is going to take to end complete gender gap across the planet. Let's bring the entire focus into India and why I believe that education alone can never end gender disparity. It's because gender disparity happens after education and before education. Let's talk about after education. Now, you're not going to believe me until I give you a few of the facts. Let's talk about the Supreme Court of India. There were only 3 out of 30 judges who were women in the Supreme Court of India, and 59 out of 608 judges were women in the high courts of India. And in the boardrooms of the biggest companies in India, only 7% were women. Let's talk about the Indian institutions of technologies, the IITs of our country, the biggest institutions ever. Cumulatively, the ratio from women to men is 1:10. And this is the numbers that come across when I tell you that even after education, women go to places where they work with educated people, and there is still harassment happening in the workplace, being discussed as a minority, and everything else that comes with that. Now let's talk about before education. It is only proper if women are actually sent for education. Let's talk about female infanticide. More than 200,000 girls between the age of 0 to 6 every year in India are murdered, killed. And the people and the women that go and the women that survive this go under intense psychological stress from the same-sex members of their own family. This is the sad truth that's happening right now. And education won't help us solve it. And even after this, if there is someone who believes that education to every man and to every woman will solve this, let's talk about another fact. 94%, that is the literacy rate of God's own country, Kerala. The rapes in Kerala over the last decade has gone up 3-fold. Sometimes it's not about education, sometimes it's about the culture. Because it's not about culture making us human. It's the humans that make the culture. And it is about society's dogmatisms that have to be talked about, not about the education system in our country. It's about how we have now started treating our daughters like sons, but instead we've got to start treating our sons more like daughters, and that is very, very powerful. I'd like to end on a fact that we must start treating genders on one end of a spectrum instead of 2 ends. Thank you so much.